for years Toyota's had the best front suspension in the truck market. So let's talk a little bit about it. It's a coil-over front suspension. Ford F-150s generated a brand new truck. Ford has adopted the coil-over front suspension. So if you listen to their propaganda, it's like they invented that. Back in the early 80s, Toyota designed the suspension to be better road quality and better for off-road. Let's talk for a second. First of all, we start right here with a double wishbone. The double wishbone gives me more strength, and this is going to add stability for off-road and on-road. Coil over. The coil is over the shock. By having the coil over the shock, it allows us to move the shock system to the front to have one contact point. If you have one contact point, it takes away vibration for on-road systems. If you have the coil and the shock in separate places, somewhere along the stretch of miles per hour, you're going to get a little harmonic frequency, vibration or noise. Some manufacturers sell trucks and their customers say, you know, about 42 miles an hour, I pick up a little vibration. And so, well, what do you do about that? Well, I don't drive 42 miles an hour. You know what? I can't even imagine if the Tundra had some kind of vibration at 42 miles an hour, what would happen in the press? So by having a coil-over front suspension, it gives us the ability to be able to take that vibration away. One of the things I want you to look at right now is I want you to look at the way the tire would track. This tire right here has a full footprint. If I launch the truck up in the air, then the tire drops straight down. When I hit the ground with gravity, the tire comes straight up. So the tire always moves up and down, keeping the biggest footprint on the road. So this maximizes our ability on-road and off-road. I'm using this opportunity to maybe expose some myths. There's some manufacturers out there right now that have a fully boxed frame, hydroform fully boxed frame, which is expensive, and they're saying that their payload capacity and the workability of the truck exceeds Toyota because we've done our engineered Tri-Tech frame. Let's talk about the three segments in our Tri-Tech. If you'll watch my hand, we'll go down here. The first part of the frame is a fully boxed frame. It's fully boxed, giving us strength because the weight of the truck is where the engine is, and if you stop the truck, all the inertia is going to come forward and down. So we engineered the first third of the frame to be the strongest and the most rigid part of the frame. What you saw was the rolled C channel, or rolled C. If you follow my hand down here, I'm reaching inside the C channel. So it's reinforced. There's another layer of steel in here. You can always have your customer come up and look at this C channel and feel underneath the truck and see, well, if you took the metal that we reinforced the C and moved it to the outside, you could really box the frame. But by leaving the C channel, you get a little bit more flexibility for a little bit better ride comfort, but the steel quality in the frame still gives you crash protection. So we start out with a fully boxed frame. Second third would be the rolled or reinforced C channel. Most salespeople really don't get into the suspension enough in your presentation. It's really hard to get the customer on their hands and knees and get them under the truck to look, but I got to tell you, if you get them on their hands and knees, then they're pretty engaged in your presentation. Let's talk about the rear suspension. And this gives us a great example having the rolling chassis here. If you'll look, first of all, the shock is outside the frame rails. It's also outside the leaf spring. So by taking the shock and moving it to the outside, you get a lot more lateral stability. Second, if you look at the leaf spring, and it may be hard to see on camera, but the leaf spring starts here and bows out to the outside. So the leaf spring moves to the outside, and what that's going to give you is a greater lateral stance of the vehicle. So I've got the shock outside the leaf spring bowed out, and if you look at the frame rails is shaped, or it's an engineered frame. So let's talk. What we've got is we've got a system that's going to allow better lateral stability. The final thing is, and it's hard to see on camera, so I want you guys to do your research and look at it. One of the shocks runs this way, and the other shock runs this way. So it's a staggered shock system. The greatest example of that with a customer is, turn your back to them and stand with your feet together, and have them just push you in the back, and of course you're coming out of your stance. Then take your feet and stagger it, and then have them push you again, and it's going to show that customer that you have a lot more stability. By staggering the rear shocks, it enhances the on-road stability and off-road ability of this truck. Selling Tundra and selling Tacoma is all about customer interaction. Show them the features and let them experience the trucks. Sell them all.